Hey y'all, welcome to Lucid Prophecy Tarot. I've been doing some meditating, and first of all, I just gotta put a disclaimer out there that this is gonna be a bit of a controversial video, especially when it comes to YouTube and the spiritual community, because it's something that I've been noticing and I've just been feeling the need to address. Um, and I feel like this is something that we've known about, but we don't understand how it continues to bleed within our culture, and we are caught up in a cycle. We get caught up in cycles without even realizing we're getting caught up in cycles. All right, now I'm going to take you to what I'm talking about. The overstimulus of the external. So you see this concept within everything. We have an extreme focus on that which is outside of us, and how that which is outside of us can man make things for us, create certain results, etc., which is valid. However, there's an incredible imbalance when it comes to introspection, actually learning self, because and this even ties to spirituality, because I see a lot of spiritual readers, and this was true even with myself. But you grow and you learn and you adapt to knowledge. You get what I'm saying? A lot of the tarot readers, a lot of the spiritualists, and all that, they're calling on their ancestors. They're calling on these deities. They're calling on everything, which is a source of knowledge, and yeah, it helps you gain more introspection on self. However, that's the main thing, is self, because all the knowledge that you need to have from whatever deity is in your DNA, the key is to reprogram your DNA, but we're not going to talk about that. We're focusing on, oh, all this other shit that's outside of us, which is diluting the sacredness of the holy text. There's even some things that has been taught in multiple cultures that say that knowledge is even more sacred when it's not spoken. What does that mean? That means that we're bringing a focus from the actual speaking aspect to the thinking aspect, which deals with the mind and the mentality, imagination, etc., visualization and manifestation, projecting, and actually working with energy. If you do not have any concept on how to imagine, or how to project, how to perceive, um, and all of that can only be acquired by looking within, then I cannot trust your judgment when it comes to looking without. Um, just because there's so much shit that's outside of us that can easily become a distraction, which takes you from the focus of building self. We're focusing on the divine feminine, we're focusing on the divine masculine. And let me tell you something about the divine feminine and divine masculine. These are not just archetypes, these are frequencies and energies. Just because someone has a husband and a family does not make them a divine feminine. And just because uh, 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 or a divine masculine. And just because someone is sleeping around, or what you perceive to be sleeping around, does not make them a karmic person, and does not invalidate their status as a divine masculine or divine feminine. The real gag is that we're all divine masculine and divine feminine. We're just at different stages of our journey. But the thing is, you start to diminish your own divinity by focusing on everything else that's outside of yourself, because you are not directing that energy back into yourself. You're not empowering yourself. You're just depleting your energy out, and you hoping that all of these outside entities can come and fill your cup up, when really is you. You over here calling on everything, but it's really your higher self in different forms of your higher selves from past lives, because you were everything in essence. So I'm basically just making this video because I feel like there's been a horrible misconception with spirituality. We need to look back within on what we really want. You get what I'm saying? Because everybody else has their own, purpose here. It's not about me telling people not to do what they feel like is right. Do what you feel like is right, but then still take that time to really reevaluate what you think is true and what you feel is right, because sometimes that needs to be reevaluated because it changes with new information and new perceptions and a new reality. Everything changes. If you're still kind of like stuck in that, you can't hope to grow. And so that was just basically the little message I wanted to get out today. I hope nobody took this as offense, um, but I just feel like I need to start deprogramming on a higher level. And eventually people will understand where I'm coming from with this. Um, because the more uh, uh, time that's taken within leads to the greater yields and results um, that will be shown without. It's the relativity aspect of it, which we need to become aware of. But that was just my messages. Keep in mind there are many beautiful people who send beautiful messages out there. I'm not discounting them, but this is my message, and I hope that y'all got something from this. And please like, share, and subscribe, and I'll be right back with y'all. I love y'all. All right, bye.